All right, I'm Chris Swanson. This is Dan Weber. We're out here at USC Fall Practice number 7 here on Howard Jones Field. Dan, a couple key injuries today. You want to just talk about that?
Well, one maybe not so difficult. We're just talking to Leonard Williams. He kind of came up, with a sore right arm after kind of getting twisted in a pile. I think Zach Banner was the guy that kind of landed on him. Zach was getting his first start today with the first team. And about 3 plays later, Marqise Lee got, twisted around and landed on his shoulder, had to leave practice. They were working on his shoulder. Lane doesn't have any information on him right now. Looks like they may have gotten it, back in place. Took him off through the baseball field. We haven't seen him since. But Lane was asked, what happens if he goes down, and he said somebody's going to have to step up. And he said, before being asked, he said that would be Darius Rogers.
Well, there's never a positive from an injury, but if there is one, I guess we get to see some new guys in a different role. Did anybody stand out to you?
Well, I think Lane, keeps saying Darius Rogers makes 2 or 3 really, really impressive catches every day. He did it again today, with people on him. He caught a across the field kind of a drag pattern from Cody Kessler right as somebody took his helmet off. He caught another one between a couple of defenders who got there and just sandwiched him. And he's got great hands, and he's going to get a chance to step up. And those wide receivers are kind of outnumbered right now with about 13 defensive backs, and you're down to about 3 or 4 scholarship wide receivers. So this is a good chance for Darius Rogers and Victor Blackwell to step up with Devon Flournoy also out right now.
And what about the offensive line? USC has 2 new tackles. Kevin Graff missed practice today. Andre Walker is out again. What did you see out of those guys?
Well, I think Zach's opened up Lane's eyes. He said, if you had to say, some of the more improved guys since the spring, he said, we haven't really seen him since the spring. But when you look at a guy, he's down to 335. His hips are better. He's really been working hard, Zach said, on his hip flexibility. He said Devon Kennard's helped him a lot there because Devon had some of the same issues when he got here. And so I was kidding with Cody. I said, you've got a huddle and you're looking at one tackle and you got redshirt freshman Chad Wheeler. You're looking at the other tackle and you got redshirt freshman Zach Banner. I said, that's a whole different world for you. And he said, as much as you trust the guys who've been there, he said he thought they did, both did a really good job. Zach wasn't, quite that positive about himself. He said, I did, some good things. I felt like I belonged out there. I wasn't humbled, but, more mediocre plays. And he said, I only screwed up a couple of times. He said one time I tackled my own back. But other than that, looked like he belonged. And that's the difference this year. Last year when you had 2 starters go down, there wasn't really anybody to put in there. This year, they can run plays and look pretty decent, and they've got two guys that weren't on the first unit, 5 days ago.
Obviously, the big storyline in the fall, it's always the quarterbacks. How do you think they kind of dealt with having a newer offensive line, I guess?
I think Cody is really kind of that natural kind of a calmer down, in the huddle, and I think Max has really worked hard at being that guy, and not trying, too hard. So. I thought it went pretty well today. Considering everything, this is a tough day. They've got 2-a-days starting tomorrow. They had a 102-play scrimmage yesterday. So you think, well, this is going to be maybe they were in shorts and helmets and shoulder pads, but they went hard. They went long, and they put them in a 2-minute drill at the end for both the first and second team. Put them on like the 3-yard line and said, let's see if you can go 97 yards. So they didn't make it easy for them today. So this was probably a pretty good effort on a tough day when you're afraid maybe did you get somebody hurt or not. You just gotta keep on keeping on.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's it for here from Howard Jones Field. I'm Chris Swanson. That's Dan Weber. For everything USC football, log on to uscfootball.com.